In this short video, I will explain how you can retrieve a free snippet from Google Analytics and include that on your author website. Doing so will provide you with useful information about your visitors, such as what country they're located in, how long they are staying on your site, how are they finding your site? Is it because you're linking from your newsletter? Is it from social media? Is it organic traffic coming from the search engines? You can also see the flow of visitors through your site. Are they coming from the home page and then going to your books page? Which page or blog post is most popular? How long are they staying on each page? That kind of information, and all of it is free. All you need to do is retrieve that free snippet and then add it to your site. I will show you how to do that here using Google Analytics and a WordPress backend that assumes that you can install plugins. So this will work if you are self-hosted WordPress on SiteGround, GoDaddy, Bluehost, any of those. But if you are hosted on WordPress.com and you are on a free plan or you only pay $12 a year for your WordPress.com, you will not be able to install a plugin. So this is aimed at authors who are running self-hosted WordPress.org on a third-party hosting. So let's get started. If you go to google.com/analytics and hit enter, this will redirect you to a longer URL right here. Chances are you already have a Gmail account of some sort. If so, click on sign in and it will prompt you to log into your Google Mail or Gmail account. If you do not have any Gmail accounts, you can hit start for free and then do that first. A quick note, if you don't see those buttons, it's because your screen is probably smaller than mine. Click on the three lines in the top left, what we commonly refer to as a hamburger menu. And then from here, you will see those two options. So sign into Analytics if you already have a Gmail account, or start for free if you don't, and then register a free Gmail account, and then you can follow along with this video. I already have a Gmail account, so I'm just going to sign in. And I already have a Google Analytics account, so I don't need to do that. But I believe if you don't have any existing sites, you will see a button that will prompt you to start tracking, so click on that. Because I already have accounts, I'm just going to click on the admin icon here and create a new tracking account. And this is very similar to what you will see when you don't already have a property on Google Analytics. So here I recommend you enter the name of the site. Below that, you will be prompted to select a few things. By default, all of the things are checked. I typically remove everything except technical support because I don't like Google tracking more than they have to. Then you scroll down, you want to click Next. This is where you will once again repeat the name of the property or the site, and then select your time zone and country. Currency is only relevant if you sell directly on your site. I'm just going to leave mine to the default US dollars. Then you can click on Next. If you're an author, you should select Books and Literature. You're probably a small business. Now this is totally up to you. You probably want to see how engaged readers are with your site. You may want to optimize it in the future. You may want to see if people are looking at your site more from tablets or desktop or cell phones. If you are advertising on Google AdWords, you probably want to do that. So I'm just going to check everything here. Up to you if you want to check fewer things or not, but I do not have an app, so I'm not going to measure the app install. If you do not have an e-commerce store, you probably can remove Analyze My Online Sales. This one is if you have ads running on your site, such as Google AdSense ad, which I don't recommend if you're an author. Your goal should be to sell your books, not to make a few pennies from people randomly clicking on ads. So there's no right or wrong answer here. It's based on what you want to do. And then click Create. Select your country from the drop-down menu. This is just so you agree to the correct terms based on your location. If you've got time, do read through this. There's a lot of stuff. But basically, you need to disclose the fact that you are tracking, and you need to be aware of what they are tracking. And then you need to accept their terms. Then the last step here is to select web, because we're talking about a website and that's what we want here. And this is where you would put in the URL for your pen name. So if you have a security certificate, HTTPS is correct. That's the one with the little padlock. If you do not have a security certificate, you don't have the padlock on your site, you would have to select HTTP. But I highly recommend you look into installing a security certificate on your site. And this is where, if your website is at penname.com, this is where you would enter that. Again, you would probably want to name it like that. And this is the information that they are tracking based on my settings that I had from before. So if you selected different checkboxes, you will see here that you have different things. You can also click the gear icon and change those settings here if you wanted to, and then you would create your stream. Once that's done, it will pop up to show you a little something. Scroll down a little bit, expand the global site tag, and this is the code here. If you click on this icon, it will copy it in your clipboard, and you can then paste it into your website. If you use WordPress, you can install a free plugin. So I'm logged into the back end of a site here. You can look to add a new plugin. So click Add New, and then look for Head, Footer, Post. And you will find this one here, Head, Footer, and Post Injections. This is the one that I recommend. It's free. Click Install, and then you can activate. As you can see here, lots of positive reviews. Once the plugin is installed, you can then go to Settings, Header and Footer, and it will take you here. So just scroll down a little bit, and this is where you can paste that code. If you've watched the other video where I explain how to do the Facebook pixel, this goes in the exact same box. Just hit enter to create a line break and then put it before or after. As long as you don't interrupt whatever other code you have in here, it's all good. Line breaks are not important. Just click save, or you can also scroll down and hit save. And to make sure that your Google Analytics code is working, make sure to click on my other video that I will link to in the notes so that you can test to see if your Google Analytics code is working as it should.